And this stuck out. I was like, oh, I like this. It says, when it comes to strength in numbers, there's a divine wisdom behind a collective effort. Bro, the two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Having others by our side multiplies our capacity to endure and succeed. Unity provides resilience and strength. Back to you, Alex. And when I seen that, I was like, oh. Because
repeat that, dog.
I got
Hold
you.
On, man.
I got you.
Go ahead, repeat.
It says
that.
when it comes to strength, and when it comes to strength in numbers, there's a divine wisdom behind that collective effort. There's something that is birthed there that, like when we use us for example, we were on the couch before we was here at the table.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We came collectively together that continue to sharpen our wisdom, the way we think, how we move, how we act. And it said the two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Having others by our side multiplies our capacity. That's very important because when you're by yourself, it's only so much you can do.
Right.
But when there's unity, when you have laborers among you, there's just something about strength in numbers that can create a big project to get a big result.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today. Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Once again, we thank y'all for tuning in with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Blueprint Nation, stand up. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Yeah, I'm joined with my brothers once again on tonight, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all give it up for my brother from another mother, rather. Mr. Dumbo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mr. Got some new stuff coming down the pipe.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir, buddy. Y'all give it up for our brother, man. Alexander Hall.
Yo, what's going on? Blueprint Nation.
Mm-hmm.
What's cracking? What's going on, man?
What's good, fellas?
Yeah, you know, man. Sliding through the week.
Coming from the porch.
Sliding through the week.
Peeking behind the blind.
Yeah, I've been,
Peekaboo.
man, speaking of that, coming from the house, bro, I've been all over the estate. Yeah, 25 been doing this thing.
Yes.
You feel me? But we here on North Cape. We are
On the way.
Shouts out to my dog Diamond, man. We got Throne Room coming out March 19th.
Yes.
So shouts out to Keenan Revival Music, man. Some good peoples out in Ocala.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the owner of the label, he was rocking with me. He was just speaking into my life the other day. So I receive every word, you feel me? So I'm just going to move forward.
That's what's up, man.
What I got going on. You feel me? So,
2025, I called it. I called it before the year. I said 2025, boy, that's the year of transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. The year of transition, boy.
You ain't lying about that.
It's transitioning. All right, y'all. Blueprint Nation, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who this other guy is, man. My brother from the same mother.
Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Uh-huh.
Big Dub.
What?
Mr. Always got it.
Always.
And if I ain't got it, I can go get it.
All the time.
Mr. I got what you need.
What you need, I
When
got.
you need what you need. Is that all right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all give it up for my brother, man. Boy Wonda.
I love love it when we come together, man.
I always
It
look
be
forward
such
to
a great
these, man.
time.
Even
man.
when I be tired and don't feel like it, it's just always when I'm connected with y'all, man.
Man,
It
listen,
changed it.
it's like a shockwave, live wire.
For sure.
Man, God is good, man. The EP is finally out. The Love and Loyalty.
Yeah, let them
And
know where they can find it, man.
yes, you can find that on the BTGM shop. You know, you can go to my website as well, nogrindnoglory.net. You can go to btgmllc.net. Or you can even go onto the app that we have, you know, the BTGM Media Network app, and you can listen to it. If you already got a subscription, you ain't got to worry about buying it. You can just ride out to it. So
For sure.
I wanted to put it on those platforms first, drive a lot of people to the, you know what I'm saying, the network, the app, and then also, you know, just bringing everything in-house first, ownership, and then, you know, give it to those who want listening on the platform. So I'm excited. I was talking with Tim yesterday. Tim cussed me out. He was like, "Oh, you been sitting on this order and you ain't say nothing." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm just staying low to the earth and I'm just working." That's it. So we always have like a healthy competition. We be sending songs back and forth to each other. He'd be like, "Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. You know I'm coming for your neck, right?" I was like, "Okay."
Brotherly competition.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. But it's been amazing, bro. It's just, man, it feels good to get something done that God asked you to do, that you've been obedient in, and you just happy with however God gonna move on it. So however you want to breathe on it, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Because
sure.
it wasn't even for that purpose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited, bro. 2025 gonna be crazy.
Cray cray, as Phil would say. Country Wayne skit. Cray cray.
Cray cray. Cray cray. My brother.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
We done turned already? I guys get it, man. Appreciate it, yeah. Gonna get these out of the way, then we'll let y'all go on the chime in. But yeah, man. I had a good time. Just had I shared with you I had talked to you about it, Alexander, but I'll share with bro. I had a thing, school over in Lakeland I was at this past week, and man, they blessed me as a private school.
Okay.
You know, they do things different, and just watch it, because everywhere I go, I'm always watching processes, because I love processes. Mm-hmm. Like, once I realized what my vein was, and I was listening to a message by T.D. Jakes, and he was talking about how he would get frustrated because he would create stuff, and but he would stay in it, and then once he realized what his superpower was, he realized it was basically apostolic. He's just you go in, you create stuff, put people in it to run it, and you go on to the next thing. Yeah. But you realize that you was a creator. And so that's what I kind of realized about myself. I was a creator, so I'm very fascinated now with processes. And so I just kind of watching how they process with the kids, with the motivation, with some of us would call declarations or decrees that they would have the kids say that was positive and motivational. And man, they blessed me, man. She said, man, you've been the talk of the whole day. She said, from the kids to the teachers. she said, you've been the talk of the whole day. So I said, man, well, praise God. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's all about leaving an impact everywhere I go. And man, the kid blessed my heart. So, man, I they gave my shirt away. Because their thing was the importance of education. Yeah. And so, I just kind of tied that into different things and opportunities, processes, and adversity. I kind of tied it to a one stop because I had a couple minutes or whatever, and told them how I created the brand. And one teacher, she told me, she said, "I'm glad you said that." Because I had talked about no matter what you're called to do, have impact in that area, and complete impact. I said, what I mean, I said, let's say, because some of you said you wanted to be a lawyer. All right, so you're a lawyer. I said, but what else can you be as a lawyer? I said, because a lot of times we just get stuck in that profession, and that's where we stop at. Like, no, there's other things that you can do. Like once I got into speaking, I was like, well, what else could I do? Right. And then, I created a brand. So, man, I created a motivated apparel to help people stay motivated while chasing their dreams. I created books, created workbooks, you know what I'm saying? So created other things that have impact other than be just somebody hearing my voice.
Right.
So, and she was like, "I'm so glad you said that." And it was awesome. It was awesome experience, man. So we're looking forward to some more. I got some more stuff on the calendar right now. And
Yes.
I got some stuff coming up for the summer. So they actually want me to come back. They got a summer program that they do with just the guys, with just the young boys. And it's like, we would love to have you. So I told her, if you can get me the dates as soon as possible, then we can work everything else out. So, but then moving forward with the nonprofit, so I went on, just kind of stepped out on faith a little bit. And so we just moving forward, man, putting the pieces together 1 foot at a time, and just let God be God. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
For real.
But I'm going to go ahead and change these batteries out this mic, so I'm going to let y'all go ahead and take it over for. So we're going to be talking about strength in numbers. And so whatever y'all, wherever y'all go, we're going to follow.
Bro, I was pulling something up with kind of have like a meaning with strength in numbers. And this stuck out. I was like, oh, I like this. It says, when it comes to strength in numbers, there's a divine wisdom behind a collective effort. Bro, the two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Having others by our side multiplies our capacity to endure and succeed. Unity provides resilience and strength. Back to you, Alex. And when I seen that, I was like, oh. Because
repeat that, dog.
I got you.
Hold on, man.
I got you.
Go ahead, repeat
It says
that.
when it comes to strength, and when it comes to strength in numbers, there's a divine wisdom behind that collective effort. There's something that is birthed there that, like when we use us, for example, we were on the couch before we was here at the table.
Right.
We came collectively together that continue to sharpen our wisdom, the way we think, how we move, how we act. And it said the two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Having others by our side multiplies our capacity. That's very important because when you're by yourself, it's only so much you can do.
Right.
But when there's unity, when you have laborers among you, there's just something about strength in numbers that can create a big project to get a big result, to endure and succeed.
Yeah.
Not doing something just to do something, but to really get results from it.
Right.
Unity provides resilience and strength. Right. Which is the two necessary things that you really need to keep going in what we do. What's your thoughts on this? Because I ever since I know, we ever since who me? They said I'm on the side of your crib. I'm coming straight from the house.
Hey, he did the rock eyebrow, boy. You know he about to come with it.
Nah, I'm just vibing. I'm just vibing, bro. That's it.
He's like, oh, I'm vibing and plotting because it's about to go
I'm
down.
just vibing. That's all. That's what I'm vibing, bro.
Man.
But I know when it comes to us, bro, we've been on this tip for so long.
Yeah.
Because we understand the importance of unity.
And check this out. And I've said this before, because it's that's why it's strength in numbers. Like a lot of people that I've listened to and been able to gain knowledge and wisdom and understanding just by being in a pool of wisdom. What's the scripture that talks about there's a multitude of wisdom and counsel, something to that nature. And I talked about this before because some of these things that I've heard before through E.T. Camp, Jeremy Anderson, Inky Johnson, and it's my mind. As soon as you started reading, my mind went immediately to the Belgian horse, to the Belgian horse. So for those that may not be familiar with the Belgian horse, it's a very well put together animal. I mean, very muscular. But check this out. They individually, a Belgian horse can pull up to 8,000 pounds. However, when working together, the Belgian horse can pull up to 32,000 pounds. They can pull up to 4 times the weight working together with another horse. Now, that's but here's the significance of that this particular, I just wanted that because I knew the other material. So, but that's that particular set of information. But what's missing in this particular set of information is to get up to that 32,000 pound, those Belgian horses have to be trained together on the same stuff. So it ain't just saying just two horses together can pull up to 32,000 pounds. That's true. However, to get the maximum support out of those horses, you have to train both of them at the same time on the same thing. So that means we all have to be collectively headed in the same direction. So even like sometimes you can be in a space where y'all on the same boat, but on two different planes, two different levels.
Yep.
The common denominator is you're still on the same boat, so y'all are still headed in the right direction. You're just on two different levels. So it's like when you're looking at strength in numbers, it's like when you get to the point where you're trying to do everything on your own, that's when you kind of wear yourself out, and then you also miss out on experiences and opportunities because those strength in the numbers also bring opportunities and so on and so forth from their realm. Right. Give you a prime example. When I invested in De La Toro's program, listen, I'm gonna tell you, everybody's their journey, their pattern, their ways are different. And like I always say that there's success in the details, pay attention. Like that's not cliche. You have to pay attention to life's patterns in your life because they're leading you somewhere. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to be led astray. You know what I'm saying? And not led to the place where God is calling you to. So exactly. I was sitting up one day and I was like, man, when I'm looking at my walk and my anointing and my call, I'm like, man, God, you, even in my times of frustration, like I am uniquely, divinely made, because when I look at my start, I'm looking at who God connected me with. My first training into this speaking business was with one of the top 50 motivational speakers in the world. That was my foundation. A lot of people can't say that. Because a lot of people, like, no disrespect, because I get a lot of education from YouTube University right now, but a lot of people are not willing to put that kind of money in to put their, to get developed in their gift in these programs for whatever reason, whether it be trust, whether it be not having the resources. But when I look back on my journey, I'm like, my floor was with one of the top 50 motivational speakers in the world. You can't help but go up from that. And then from there, because we're not talking about their strength in numbers, and I'm going somewhere with this, is because me investing in his program, it gave me access to everything that he had access to.
Exactly.
I can't get access to the next level unless I'm tied to something that's already on that next level. So a lot of times we're wanting to go to the next level, but we haven't tied or committed ourselves to anything associated with what comes with the next level. And so I'm looking at Myron Golden. I'm looking at my boy Sean. I forgot his last name. I don't want to mess his last name up. But he's a financial guy. Manages millions of dollars in assets for people, working for himself as a financial firm. Met him. I met some other dozens of my boy Kingdom Social Media. If I said it right, David Simons, killing it. He just won an award. For something really huge in that space. I mean, notoriety around the world. I've been around like crazy heavy hitters in their space, all because I was connected to the number of my individual that was connected to strength in numbers on his level, which gave me access to all of that. But I was willing to invest also in that situation, and then also to allow the strength to come from the numbers, because a lot of times we can be in atmosphere where there's strength in the numbers and we don't receive what it has to offer, and then you still be stuck in the same place.
That's Acts 5:14, which you was talking about. That's what I was looking up here with the multitudes. Yeah,
there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel. That's what it say. Did I say it right?
You did. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It said, and the number of those who believe in the Lord was greatly increased by multitudes, both of men and women.
Wait. I think it may be Proverbs. Let me see.
Okay.
But because usually that was kind of like my book. I read Proverbs a lot, which is also it's called the wisdom book.
It sure is. And I get something different out of it every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, Proverbs 11:14. Let me see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, the scripture that says. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm paraphrasing. So it's Proverbs 11:14. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counsels there is safety. So I'll be paraphrasing my stuff. Let me make sure. Let me see, because there's another scripture that is referencing. But anyhow, y'all get it. Just there's wisdom in the multitude of counsel, and so it also lightens the load for everybody.
So
there we go.
Got him.
No, so
Got him.
yeah, so like coming from the house, right? So
Straight like that.
So like here's the thing. It's not what it is.
15:22, also Proverbs. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established.
Right. So the establishment. Okay. So you know how you have 1 + 1 = then 2. So if you do it like a mathematic problem or equation, the equals in the 2 is the establishment. The 1 + the 1 is the multitude in the quality of the counsel that you're seeking. So it's not about the number, it's about the quality of the number.
That's good. That's good.
It's the quality of the number. You can have 10 people that you call your friends, but when you're going through distress in your personal relationship, what quality of those 10 people, what are they feeding you in that moment? Like what are they feeding you? What are they saying to you? Are they praying over you? Where are they leading you to? Can they give you something encouraging? Do you do more pouring out to them than like can they feed you?
Right.
So if you feeding off of people who ain't feeding themselves, then you're gonna end up with a negative number.
Right.
That's gonna be your because
Right.
1 + 1 not supposed to be -3. Right? Nope. It's supposed to be on the up and up.
Right. Math ain't
So
nothing.
the math ain't math, and so the quality of the number, and the more you seek counsel, multitude. If you got 5 people who feeding you, then you're more likely to have a better outcome of whatever situation that you're facing. It might not change right then, but the more you speak to him, the more you speak to her, the more you speak to her, the more your mind renews. The more your mind renews, the more your heart renews, the more they give you fresh perspective. I always say one thing that the reason why we be talking, and you ain't the only one who've been telling me this lately. Like you need to go straight to ministry school. Like people been telling me that you need to go ahead and go do it.
Yep.
And it's because of I can tell you something that from 5 years ago or 10 years ago that someone has said to me that pulled me off of the ledge from me making a stupid decision. Or they pulled me back from the ledge when I was highly emotional. Or they pulled me back from the ledge when I didn't understand something. Or you put plenty of times, like I told you in the parking lot, I'm emotionally distressed of things that transpired between me and Faith. He wrapped me up and he's speaking into my life as a man, man to man. So that's pulling the person off the ledge. So if I can do that for somebody else, then why not?
Right.
Exactly.
So you need a multitude of people like that in your life. So over time you will have a better outcome.
Right.
So it's
That's
about
good.
The quality of the number. Remember when Gideon was finna go, he was finna go bump. He had the whole
story to you.
He had the whole gang with him, right?
For real.
He had the whole
And
gang.
still was outnumbered.
He was outnumbered, right? So God was like,
Because it was 32,000 against 100, I think 120, 150, something like that. 100 plus thousand soldiers on the other side. So he was still outnumbered.
right. So and Dr. Tony Evans talks about this in his book, Kingdom Man. So they were thirsty. I'm finna super paraphrase, right? they thirsty. Okay, I'm finna sort out the men. I'm paraphrasing y'all. Coming from here, I don't care. I'm finna sort out the men. I'm finna give you what you really need.
Mm-hmm.
They go drink. The one whoever didn't drink correctly, God was like, them not your people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Exactly.
Them ain't your people.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
The quality is something about the quality of those men. You do not want them when you finna go fight.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So those, and nothing wrong with them, but they not just ready for this battle.
They ain't equipped.
They ain't equipped.
Mm-hmm.
So you need quality. It's the quality of the multitude that's what's going to give you the best outcome.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not just
Yeah.
the quality.
Yeah, yeah. And just to add to the significance of that story, what makes that story so significant is when God tells Gideon to lead them down to the river, and basically they was taking a break to get some rest, get some drink, get a drink. So you had a group of men that basically, let's just say they just went head first into the water. Yep. And then you had another group of men that they basically lapped out of their hands like dogs, basically. So basically, like how we used to do sometimes, we'll get some more. That's what we used to do that back in the day a lot, because my granddaddy and I had an uncle that both ran crews in the fruit grove industry. So you know, oh man, back then that was some of the best water, man. Get that water
So cold.
And I used to wonder, man, how in the world they get the water so cold? And then uncle, one of our uncles, happened to be putting a block of ice into the box one day, so that made sense. I was like, oh, that's how they do it. But anyway, we would turn the faucet on, and then underneath, we would, as cold as that water was, we would put our hands up underneath and cup it and just begin to drink from it. And so what the significance of that was, that allowed them to stay alert even though they was taking a break to get something to drink. So if something popped off, they didn't have their head first into the water, just straight lapping like dogs, so to speak, with their head now. But they was able to lap from a positioned state of, no matter where I am in my life and on this journey, I'm gonna stay ready. And so you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about having those type of people in your corner, it's like they ready for whatever at any given moment, at any given time. Ain't no, when you have a life-changing situation or a life-sustaining injury that happens to you, there's only certain individuals that you're gonna call that's gonna be right there for you. It ain't gonna be certain. It ain't gonna be. You might have 20 people in your circle, but there's that one person that you know that's going to be by your side. That's going to, like you said, speak life into you and just going to shift you out of that dark place.
Yeah, because you know how the saying goes, who you hang around, that's who you become?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. Strength in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Is this water in bottle or is water on top of bottle? Right? Strength, you're on the inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Your strength is around you and you're in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever is around you doing this to you, when they back away, you're going to be whatever they was doing to you.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if all you hang around is chaoticness, if your family's chaotic, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, and y'all live together and everything is off the charts, if it's crazy, and you in the middle of that, when they get done with you, you're going to be just like them.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Straight up. If you hang around strong men of God and they speaking into you, they're helping constructive criticism, right? I know I be teasing Mike all the time about him cussing me out, but I'm just saying that be love and correction and constructive criticism.
Which is needed.
That's the foundation.
It's needed. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's
don't
needed.
play with me. Like,
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going to help me by pacifying me because you're trying to save my feelings. No, tell me.
Tell me.
Bruh, the foundation is wrong, because when you start stacking them bricks on there, that house is going to start cracking in the air.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, so love, correction, and what else? Yeah. Love, correction, and criticism, right?
Criticism. Constructive
criticism. All right.
Big difference. We're going to dive into that too.
Yeah.
Facts, because
That's what your friends do for you. That's when they're trying to build you up. So the people that surround you and the team that surround you and the trainers you have around you, if you at work, if you work in the corporate world, your managers who are surround you, whatever they doing to you, when they back away from you, that's what you're gonna become. Because that's what you are in the middle of.
Yeah.
You are surrounded by that.
Yeah.
You hang that. You someone who you hang around. I show you who you become.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
For real.
So and I don't know if this is an angel's advocate, a devil's advocate thing. Angel's advocate, right?
So we gonna find out.
Angel's advocate. Right, so,
Angels advocate
You about to find out.
today.
so we talking about the great part. But I don't know what portion of scripture, but one thing's ringing off of my head, and I don't know exactly where it's at. But and I know somewhere, if you can look at that real quick, it's a portion that talks about when the demons come back, they come back with legions.
Oh
Yeah, seven times.
They come
Yeah,
back
the
7
7 more.
times.
Some
Yeah,
of them-
when you deliver from one, when he comes back, he gonna come back with more.
With
With
legions.
7 times more.
So
Yeah.
it's strength. If you have the wrong stuff,
Yeah, that's good.
it's strength in numbers. Whatever that's a lot of strength, it's gonna be strong upon you.
Yeah, yeah.
If you got a lot of unhealthy people, unhealthy things, it's gonna have a strong hold on you.
Yeah.
If you around, that's why successful people people with money love hang around people who got money, because they are strongly rooted to things that bring them success, discipline and things of that nature. They don't want to be around anybody with no loose discipline, because they know undisciplined people don't really have much. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So it works extremely in both ways. It's strength in those numbers, and the quality of your numbers really display and really lays the foundation for whatever outcome that you want.
That's why we say it's important to do a self-inventory, like to really dive into what is quality, the quality part of your life. Like, what are you willing to change? What are you willing to shift to get that quality that you're looking for?
Right.
Because it's just as important to be attentive to those who are not there, that can't do the things that you're requiring of, that you yourself have to be as well. Because you have to add value in what you want, you become.
Yeah.
If you want different, you become different. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. And with that scripture you was talking about, that's Matthew 12:43-45 with the unclean spirit. And then it comes in back 7 times, and then the other one with the legions also, Mark 5:9.
It say
Yeah.
come with legions. That's great. Legions that's a lot of demons, bro.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And if
So
that's
that's a testament.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Dang, that's a testament to how strong you are once you get delivered from the negative things that's having an impact on your life. That they got to come back with legions to influence you to come back. That's powerful. I never thought about that. I know that's simple, but that's just a lot. But you got to realize, because your success is in your deliverance. Deliverance from what? Yourself. Yourself. Your limitations, things that you don't want to let go, that's holding you back from going to the next level. Things that you know you need to embrace. You know what I'm saying? And it may be something simple. You may need to correct that disconnect between your mom and your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's, maybe if one of them is, God rest their soul, no longer with us, and you still got a soul tie that you never got delivered from, that's holding you back from certain relationships and emotional disattaches. Then you know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal with that. You have to deal with that, because look how powerful that is. I mean, that once you have got delivered, for them to try to come back and overtake you, you're that much stronger that they had to come back with a whole army to infect you to get back to where you just came from.
because freedom is powerful.
Freedom is powerful.
Freedom is extremely powerful.
Yeah.
People who are free are way more powerful than people who are bound.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why some people that are in prison, they're more freer than the people outside.
Yep, because they have way less distractions.
And they have they have the mental toughness and the fortitude that and the vision that allows them to operate from that type of mentality. That I'm not going to be confined to these 4 walls, because the power of my mind is infinite. I can be in a closed-in box, but if I can dream me sitting on the island in Hawaii drinking a Mai Tai, my mind can take me there. And eventually, if I work hard enough and I put the right things and places and processes and procedures in place, I can actually get there. So the power of my mind is infinite. The power of these 4 walls is not. Because they're only finite to this space right here. But even though I'm in this space right here, my mind is not limited to the space that I'm in. So that's why a lot of times people they lose hope. That's why I always say faith is dangerous when you lose hope, because hope is fuel that faith needs to run its course. Because if hope is just an anticipation of something that's going to happen, but if I don't anticipate something that's going to happen based upon bad is always coming into my life. Oh, I can't never find the right man. I can't find the right woman, and blah 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 blah. Hope is lost. So faith has nothing to work with. So faith can't bring nothing into existence, because faith doesn't have the ability to, because you didn't give it permission to. And you give it permission by maintaining the hope, because hope is the fuel of faith. So if I lose hope and I'm steady, and I'm trying to, I'm going back, I ain't really solidified in what I believe, faith can't help you, because faith needs hope. Faith needs you to anticipate something. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So hope plays a part in the equation for faith to work. So when we lose hope as humans, we don't give faith permission to work on our behalf, because it requires hope in order for faith to work. Because I got to anticipate something that's coming to my life that's not in my life right now, that I want to come into my life. So we have to understand that our minds are infinite, and you have the ability to create the life that you are purposed for. But we got to realize that. And if you don't realize that, we're going to stay stuck in yesterday, yesteryear, and we're going to miss out on a lot of transitions and be like the children of Israel, where it was a couple days journey, and they sojourned the wilderness for 40 years, when they was literally crazy. A couple of days journey.
Bro, I was talking to my stepmom today, and I was just like, I'm finna extremely paraphrase. So Moses, since you said that, and y'all have the perfect right to reel me in, right? But here's the thing. I'm gonna just say what I need to say, guys. I just feel it. You just said it. I can just feel it, right? I'm in the front yard. I'm just out here, right? Come from the house.
Yeah, we already know what's coming. We've been friends, brothers for a long time, so we know.
So, in order for sometimes, I'm talking about hope. Sometimes we need clarity on what that hope is.
I would agree. Yep.
Right. I'm gonna just state that.
That's
You need clarity on you don't, when it comes to hope, you don't need no gray areas. Right. What is that hope? If a person someone's hope may be, I want to be a homeowner. Right. That's my hope. I want to own a home. I want to own a home big enough for me and my family. Whether it's in this side of town, or it's gray, red, black, do you want to own a home for you and your family or not?
Right.
Thanks.
Clarity on the hope, right? So, bro, Moses killed a man, got scared, and dipped out. But he had to leave in order to come back in freedom.
Yep, that's good. Good point.
That's crazy.
That's good, bro. Keep going.
Sometimes you have to leave your environment, upgrade yourself, then come back to help where you came from.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's a whole word in itself.
That's good how you led into that. That's good. Keep going.
You dig what I'm saying?
I like how you brought that in there. Yeah.
Like that's so like you have to. You need clarity on the hope. What are you really hoping for?
Right.
Let's clarify the hope so we can stay focused on the main thing.
Right.
Because I just want a house for me and my family. I don't care what the color is. I can change the color.
Yeah.
If God put me there, then that means everything around it is going to be straight.
Yeah. Right.
And I also know that everything ain't going to be perfect. So my main thing is I want the home big enough for him. Let me give clarity on what the hope is.
Yeah.
So let me place myself in position to go out, and when I come back, I can help where I come from.
Man, that's crazy good. Because I just had some conversation this week about that. Because sometimes,
hold on, Mike.
Go ahead.
But this the thing, though.
I got it.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I remember that. This brand is in my brain because you hit it. Go ahead.
But here's the thing, though. God, the people they're in Egypt, they need to be freed. Mm-hmm. They need to be freed, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't know Moses is going to be the one who freed them. Mm-hmm. Didn't know how they was going to be freed. Mm-hmm. But how he left Egypt, he didn't know he was going to leave that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't know he was going to leave on the context of him murdering somebody. Mm-hmm. So when it comes from you leaving the atmosphere, you know you need to leave. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why you smiling at me like that?
Come with it, dog.
You know what I mean? like sometimes it's gonna come in a way that you didn't think it was gonna come. Mm-hmm. So you can't be so formal of an adjustment. No, if you see a crack in the window, take it, because you need to get to the other side to come back to help. Mm-hmm. You can't be so formal. Get clarity on what is the main thing. Mm-hmm. What is the hope?
Ooh, well, you all up in my conversation that I had with a young man just today. Today, I told him, I say, just remember to stay focused, because he transferred schools. I say, just remember to stay focused and keep the main thing the main thing. Mm-hmm. I say, because for you, it was bigger than you just leaving. I say, because I saw where you started going left because you started hanging around the wrong people. I say, I don't always tell y'all everything I see. I say, and it was actually reverenced by another coach that knows you and said the same thing. I say, because your demeanor changed from the year before. Your whole demeanor changed. I say, that's because, I say, you started hanging around the wrong guys. I say, so, and here's where I wanted to go, because what my mind was thinking about while you was talking, because the people in the environment can be great, but the environment itself can be toxic.
Right. Right. Ooh. Yes. Yes.
And so therefore you have to leave, not because the people are bad.
No.
It's because the environment is bad.
Yes.
Because the environment has gotten to a point where it's hindering my growth and my progression. So I love y'all, but I can't wait for the environment to get to where it needs to be for me to get to where I need to go, because I got a small window.
Right.
Exactly.
And in that small window, I ain't got time to wait. So I got to remove myself from the situation. Mm-hmm. Let me go to my promised land. Let me eat. Let me be partaker of what's over there. And then let me come back and show you this is why I did what I did. Now this is how you can do what you need to do.
Right.
Because we only know what the promised land, but he just went and tasted it. He went and experienced the land of flowing with milk and honey, the big grapes. He experienced that stuff. He couldn't experience that stuff if he stayed in the environment, because the environment was toxic. Mm-hmm. And then what happens is we stay in toxic environments for the people that are there when you're not connected to the people, when you're supposed to be connected to purpose.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So you will stay in a toxic environment being connected to a person instead of being connected to purpose. Because purpose is saying you need to leave that environment. You're not leaving the people, because the only way you leave the people is if I'm a phone call away, dog. But at the end of the day, I can't exist in this environment because I can't sustain myself in this environment.
Right.
So I got to go.
Right,
Bro.
Strength in numbers. If you leave and a person leave, let's say this environment is not strong, that the environment is off. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You leave and come back. Year one, you coming back. Let's say it's a household of 7 or something. Once one person comes there that is not like everybody in that environment has now just got strong from this one strong individual.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Go ahead, Doug. I know you got something.
Yo, so I came across 4 things which helps balances out that, right?
Yeah.
You have love that nourishes your soul. You have work is for survival and direction. You have to work towards the things that you're wanting to become. And how do you do that? Like you say, you have to go and come back. Then there's play that connects you to the lightness of being. So the lighter your surroundings, the lighter your environment, the more you're comfortable in being what God is propelling you to be and preparing you to be. Because it's hard to be you in an area or an environment that is so heavy, that is so toxic.
Yeah.
Then there's rest that restores both the body and the mind. So think about when you think about these type of environments. They can go home. They're probably coming out of the environment, going right back into the same environment. There's no rest. There's no freedom. There's nothing that they can feel like there's liberty. Nowhere, nothing nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's like if you got to readjust so you can come back and be a pillar for your community and re-strengthen that foundation that's cracked.
Bro, but this is so good. Y'all got each other.
Like,
bro.
This is the corner. And it says this is the 4 cornerstones of a balanced life. There's pieces that you got to have to make sure that it's solid before you can become what God called you to be. Because if not, it's gonna be cracked. There's gonna be things that's gonna come up. There's gonna be things that you thought you left, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Because when you leave, you gotta leave. That means everything behind. Count it as lost. Pick up my cross and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's what Pastor preached on when he was talking about. There was 4 different keys that Pastor talked about that you need to overcome. That's when it comes to unity. And I'm gonna look this up because I emailed it to myself.
Yeah.
And it's good, and it flows with this because it overrides willing to do what you want to do without trying to be comforted. And what I mean by that is you're not allowing comfort to overtake what you need to do in order to become.
Yeah.
It's
and while
really
you're looking
good.
that up, I'm gonna just now thinking about everything that we're talking about. It's crazy because this young man came to church this morning, right? And we grabbed each other and we hugged, right? And I'm looking at him because he didn't already transferred. His demeanor, I was like, I can see it already. He didn't even got to say nothing. His demeanor is totally different. And then he's sharing with me about the process of his first week and how he's like, man, it's so different. It's like they want you to succeed. He said, I didn't have that at my school where I came from. This ain't got nothing to do with the coaches. These come from the teachers. He's here seeing how the players are celebrated by the teachers and how your success is my priority.
The quality.
Golly, bro.
He said, I didn't have that where I came from. He said, man, it's so different. And I love it.
Yep.
And I can tell his demeanor. I said,
There's an excitement there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though as bad as I would have loved him to come to where we are, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But at the end, and it's funny because you said it. I told him, I say, just remember. I say, because where you are, it's all about business over there. I say, so keep the main thing the main thing. And those are my exact words I told him, what you said earlier in the conversation. Keep the main thing, and then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Because they're going to push you. And it's going to require you to go to the next level. But you're going to be all right. You're going to make it. I'm so proud of that boy. So I'm like, because I'm not, I say, yeah, it's already changing because his demeanor is right. It's different.
It makes a difference, bro.
It makes a big difference, bro. It makes a huge difference.
It's valuable. And what Pastor, he was talking about the heart and the soul. This was like the last message. And he was basically talking about the importance of family, and which ties into the strength of numbers. You know, your family might not be your mom or your dad or your brother or sister. It might be your best friend. It might be your mentor. It might be your teacher. It might, you know what I'm saying? It might be a coach, a counselor. That could be your family to strengthen you to be the better version of yourself. So he said there's 4 types of keys that helps a family thrive. The key of love, the key of unity, the key of faith, and the key of purpose.
That's good. That is good.
And then he brought the keys down.
You just had to be there.
It's crazy because he broke the keys down and
For
then
real.
practically and showed you how to apply the keys.
Wow.
Practical. Like, it's no way you cannot get that. It's not. There's no way you cannot get that. It's no way, bro. Practically, he was in pastoral mode. A game. This is the key. This is what they're for. This is what they represent. This is how they use them. From any area,
Right.
your grandmother, son,
Right.
newly. It was really
That's
good.
because all keys don't unlock the same door.
They don't.
So you got to know what keys to use for certain doors.
Yes.
Exactly. You got to have the right key.
Yeah, that's great, and that's even goes to like my well, that's why I tell people when on the blueprint book, because I didn't do chapters, I did sections, and the last section is titled "Build Your Squad." And so even if you're an adult, it's like a checklist that I created, and you can ask yourself these simple questions. While like one of the things that I can remember off the top of my head, like say, do you have yes people in your circle? If you have yes people in your circle, then you may want to cut them off your squad. Because I reiterated everything how we used to play back in the day.
Yep.
Because you used to, let's say if we played, basketball or whatever, then you pick captains. Then the captains had to pick their squad. But they're going to pick their squad based on your ability and your skill set.
Facts.
And that's how they pick their squad. So when you're talking about building your squad for life, you're picking them off the ability of their skill set and their abilities.
Exactly.
So if you got yes people hanging around you all the time, then their ability is limited because they're going to only agree with whatever's going to be positive to get you to do whatever you needed to do. You don't want them type of people in your life. You need them type of people that's going to check you or pull you off the ledge. Like, nah, bro, nah, sis, that ain't right. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So therefore, guess what happened? You have the ability to cut that person from your squad because you control all of that, which gets tied to the key of family, which doesn't necessarily have to be your mother, brother, father, sister. It can be your family or pool of individuals that you're connected to, you know what I'm saying, or connected with. So, it's great. It's like we look at like simple stuff, but yet it be so profound just if you just apply it on how further we'll be in life. You know what I'm saying? It was so crazy, and I'll let you finish up.
Oh, yeah.
I got an inbox. 'Cause I always, when I get done speaking, I always tell the kids, take down my information. You can inbox me. I respond. I don't have a chat bot controlling my inbox. I had a kid inbox me, and I just saw it this morning. Inbox me yesterday morning, and it was just, it just brought so much joy to my heart. Just how much me doing what I did and said what I said had motivated him to go harder in the gym and doing the things that he need to do to get better at what he does. Yeah, man. And I just, it just did my heart. So it's like, man, when you're walking in your purpose, it's like the hardships, the frustrations, it's worth it because it's a greater purpose outside of you and why you're going through what you're going through. Because had I not went through the hell that I went through, bro, I wouldn't be as resilient as I am. Because people that know me, they say, man, Mike is resilient. They use that exact word. Because some of them that are really, really, really close to me, they know some of the hell that I went through, but I never stopped. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm saying that to encourage you to find a way to push through and to make where it doesn't make you invincible. It doesn't make you try to be Superman or Superwoman, but you cannot build resistance or resilience. Rather, you can't build resilience every time adversity comes, you quit. Because I watched the kids in the weight room, because there was a couple times where I went on campus, and the last periods was the football team, 7th and 8th period. So I was like, well, come on, hang out with y'all, see what y'all doing. Because in my mind, I had like, y'all should be doing this, should be doing that. Because in actuality, it made sense. It took relief off the coach to where you don't have to be, because you got a good strength and conditioning coach and the weightlifting coach.
Facts.
Because he don't play no, but because in the years that I've known him, he's a producer. And the years that I've known the kids that was on the football team that actually took weightlifting, they were always the strongest guys on the team. So in my mind, I'm like, well, why don't you just have him train the team? Take the weight off you go do something else.
Exactly.
So now that, Thomas is taking over, that's what he's doing. He's funneling, and it was a handful of guys from the football team that's in weightlifting. I had stopped by a couple this past week and just watched. Like them guys, boy, and coaches just telling me about their progress, and they're like, wow. I say, see, this is what I said, bro, we should have been doing this for a long time. That's what I've been trying to get. Because like, it is when you get in that and when you get in that type of environment where it incubates your progression, you can't help but progress. But if you continue to stay in toxic environments, sooner or later, if you haven't built the resilience that's needed to survive in that environment, you're gonna succumb to that environment.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
never lie about that.
resilience is a necessity in progression in life, period. Because I've watched guys, and this is the point I wanted to get to. I always got to tell you a story. So
It's
but
important.
I've watched guys, and I'm watching them. At the slightest sight of adversity, they rack the weight. I watched them. I said, no wonder we're not as strong as other players around here. Because I watched, why you quit? And I asked them, right, that's why you stop? And they just look at me. I'm like, you can't get stronger like that. You didn't even push. As soon as the weight got heavy, you stopped. You can't get stronger like that. You can't build resilience. As soon as pressure comes, you go into depressed mode. And I'm not making light of people that suffer from depression because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't stay there. And I'm encouraging you not to stay there. But you can't build resilience as soon as a sign of pressure comes. Parents, you're handicapping your children. But as soon as pressure comes, you're trying to come in to be their savior. That's not your job. Nope. Your job is to prepare them for life, and life is not going to go always the way that you want it. So there are some things that you're going to be able to help them with that you should purposely not help them just to see how they respond. Because we have a lot of cupcakes right now as kids. Because we have a lot of cupcake parents. Because they're trying to save them from every little nook and cranny, and you can't build a strong generation behind that. A cupcake parent can only produce a cupcake child. I'm sorry, I had to put it that way.
Lay off the cupcake.
Then we're going to have a cupcake generation. Just soft, for no reason at all.
You ain't lying.
Soft and sweet. Lord have mercy. We ain't going to a whole bunch of sweetness.
Life ain't always sweet.
Oh, man.
Lord.
You hit it on the head because this morning after church, there was a gentleman by the name of Harry, and I was with Jeremiah, and he asked him, how's your grades? How are you doing? And Jeremiah is shying away. I'm turning his head. He's shying away again. He's moved. Look in my eyes. How are your grades? You're not answering my question.
Right. He already know.
He already know. Because he was one of his teachers at Alta Vista. Yeah. So now he's making his way back as he's trying to go out for assistant principal. So he pretty much got it. He's looking to go back there. So Jeremiah at Boone right now. So he was like, I got eyes and ears everywhere, right? I know what's going on even when I'm not there. And I said, I'm glad he needs to hear that.
Right.
And needs to see it outside of me. It's only so much I can do. When there's a strength in unity, you're not worried about winning.
Right.
You're not worried about winning. You're more concerned about the preparation and the building and the character of this individual, this child. How can I help raise them if I don't allow other people to unify with me? Because it takes a village to raise a kid. It really does. He needs to see different perspectives and people and seeing the same constructive criticism, the same correction, because now he's like, okay, yeah, I got to tighten up. So now I know in my head that I don't know who watching me. So I got to be on my best behavior. I say, yeah, because I said whenever he come over my house or when we at his house, he's like, can we play the game? I was like, yeah, okay, we can play for an hour, but then we're going to do something. Right. We're not just going to keep playing games. Right. Life is not about video games. Right. You need to sharpen your skills. What are you studying? What are you reading? We have to shape and mold them into better men as growing up into better, thriving individuals when they become adults.
Bruh, boy, you struck a nerve when you said that. Because I'm going to tell you, Nick Saban, I had listened to, oh man, if y'all hadn't listened, it was good. I forgot the guy's name
was he on the podcast?
Yep, I was just about to go there talking about Nick Saban in Alabama, and so much about the process as far as not the the winning, because they was up by like 43 to like 0 or whatever the score was. They would beat the brakes off of whoever they was. And the quarterback got into it with the center because he messed up the play. And they was like literally like jawing at each other. The game is almost over, and they're up like 40-something to like 0, whatever the low score was. Like they was already beating the brakes off of him. And he was giving a testament to that's the process of Nick Saban and Alabama football. It's the importance of every play, no matter what the score is. And that was I said, ooh, that's so powerful. I said, because you got the starting quarterback and the starting center jawing at each other when we already winning. But it ain't about the winning, it's about the process. We win one play at a time. You just messed this play up. We're still playing. The game ain't over even though we're winning. You just screwed up. And they're going, I said, boy, that's powerful. Can you imagine being up by 40 points and you're arguing with your teammate because they did something wrong? Because 9.99999 times out of 10, that kid going to be like, man, we winning. It don't matter. But it's going to be that one that's like, it ain't about that. It's about perfection. We're perfecting the craft and the process of what we're doing.
Right, because what happens when it's 14-14?
And you
exactly. And the game is on the line.
And the game is on the line.
The game is on the line.
And you let that slide because it wasn't important.
Right. So
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. So
we're not creating that.
So like if it's 14-14, the game on the line, we don't care about the score. We care about what is going on.
Yeah.
Even if you do lose, this is the importance of not sweeping stuff under the rug and actually addressing things. Even if you do drop the ball, look, your wife say something that you don't like, piss you off, right? We ain't finna sweep it under the rug. We finna go back when it cool down. We finna address it to see what was going on with that. I didn't like that. I felt like, not attacking that. I felt like what was going on? Like, and then y'all hash it out. So therefore we review the play. When we in practice, we review the play. We get it right. So next time, when it's time for to make a play, we communicate better than we did last time.
Right. It's cultivating a healthy communication.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
So
it's the same thing with the play didn't go right. What happened? We lost the game. Let's review the play. Because 9 times out of 10, this situation can come up again.
Exactly.
Because we playing football, right? So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something that is come across to where we got to communicate about. So are we going to bash each other or are we going to handle it properly? It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Jesus.
Ooh, man. Well, I'm emptied out. Y'all good? Y'all got something else?
This is good.
We can slide it. We can slide it on out.
I think this will be a perfect, opportunity as far as I don't think it'll be more so words of encouragement, but it'll be more so on the lines of self-awareness and self-inventory. And a lot of times we, and this is from a message I did like back in 18, when I was just like heavily like writing different sermons, I was just in the season of just writing stuff out. One of them was called Vacant. And this is one of my favorite messages just because of,
I think I remember you saying
it really makes you reflect and address, like you say, and head on, how bad do you want the quality of your life to increase? So one of the questions I remember putting down, have you asked God to show up to a place where you've checked out?
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that. I remember.
Yeah. That's heavy.
That's revelation to just to hear it all over again.
And I was like, man, we want God to do so much, but he's done already did everything. It's on us now. It's on us. So another question, what are you allowing God to occupy in the hidden places of your heart where it's vacant, empty? Are you willing to give him the spare key? Let him in. Clean the crevices of your heart. And the last question is, there's one more that I want Okay, here it is. What is it that you're cultivating in your life that can raise the quality of your life?
Those good questions.
Those 3 questions.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing to prepare yourself to be what you're becoming? I'll send that to you.
Just put the 3 questions.
Yeah.
That's a life app right there. Answer these 3 questions to gauge where you at and where you going in life. That's good right there. That's good. So, yeah. So once again, Blueprint Nation, the blueprint has been laid out, but it's up to you to pick it up and follow it. So that's one thing about a blueprint. You got to have it drawn up by an engineer, and then you have to take it to a contractor and let them do their thing, or builder, or whoever you're going to get to construct. And so at the end of the day, we can hand you the blueprint, but it's up to you to follow it. So y'all know how we like to end?
Go ahead, do your thing. I feel you. Do your thing, bro.
I feel like Sonic. I'm waiting.
Do your thing.
Hey, we enjoy each other in real life. This ain't no facade.
For
man.
real, man.
But y'all know how we like to end, man. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week, fam. Peace.